I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, it's like, damn, let me unmute really quick.
Wait, can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
They'll be like, what the hell?
It mutes you automatically for like the little intro. God damn, dude, you can tell I'm buzzing. I'm just looking at my eyes like, God.
They're sideways.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on, everybody? We're gonna be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Probably the best comic book movie of this year. If we get anything else,
we get another movie.
If we get it,
yeah. Until we get another one, so far it's the best one.
No, there's literally nothing this year. Like I was thinking, like we talked about it last time, right? We were like, man, there's even anything in the past like year and a half or so. Like it's been a while.
When is supposed to still come out?
Yeah, but like since the last release, we haven't had anything. Like it's,
yeah.
It's legit. Oh yeah.
December.
Oh, that's right. Wonder Woman came out
December, right?
Yeah.
I
think Venom and Carnage. Let the Carnage
got delayed.
Whatever the hell.
Bro, let's not even talk about that.
Yeah. Well, let's jump in, man. Justice League, bro. Zack Snyder's Justice League. ZSJL.
Okay.
Dude. Look, before we get into anything, I know that there's a trend, restore the Snyderverse. But how about restore the WHA-POOSH show, bro? You know?
I don't know, man.
Like the new WHA-POOSH show right here.
This is
we get to go big. So.
This is the COVID series. You know, this is what COVID did to us.
Pandemic edition.
Yeah, pandemic.
We went from
edition.
We went from like cinematic experiences to like streaming services.
That's exactly like, man, my
4K.
Yeah, my subwoofer was shaking my bed, bro. It was awesome.
We had I did like an audio check too. I was like, I need to make sure that the surround sound working.
All channels are working.
Had to bring the engineer. I was like, lighting, everything had to be perfect, dude. Everything had to be perfect
in the morning, so people work the next day.
That was my thing too. I was like, if I watch it at night, I can't blow the sound, right? I can't I was like, man, I can't blast it. I need it to be like if I was there, But yeah, man, let's like Christian said, let's jump into it. I guess overall expectations, were they met?
For sure.
Fanboy.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Look, there's no doubt that I'll be super biased about this because I was so excited for it before it even came out, and people were always like, "Oh man, this and that." But it was awesome, man. Like it really was a good experience. Even though it was 4 hours, I felt the 4 hours like the same way that I felt Endgame's 3 hours, the same way, because Endgame, when I was watching it, I felt it. I was like, okay, so when are we going to get to Thanos? But it felt similar, for a 4 hour movie and a 3 hour movie. I mean, they're longer than your average movie regardless. And it felt the same way. It was just that little extra hint of like the length. But I mean, it wasn't nothing bad. I mean, if we could have gotten 5 hours, I would have still gone 5 hours. Like,
Shit.
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, people, I saw this the other day, and it's like, bro, you binge watch a TV show for 6-7 hours. Then they go, and you're like, well, 4 hour movie? Nah, chill, man. That's an 8-part episode. That's an 8-part series right there.
Dude, I'm so glad.
The prologue and the epilogue at the end.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad they didn't release it in episodes, because I could not have lasted 8 weeks of watching like WandaVision. Like
WandaVision, hell yeah, because that beginning is only like.
It was gonna be weekly release too. That's what they were gonna do.
That's what they were gonna do.
Yeah, and some of the parts are like 20 minutes. They're not 30, 40 minutes. It was wild. It was crazy, but man, dude, the movie was just, I'm just going to say it was badass. Like it blew my expectations away from I mean, I was excited for it. I didn't know what to expect, and it was perfect. Like, I mean, for my expectations, But what about y'all? What do y'all think?
Juan, I'm gonna let you guys go, man. You guys are the DC fanboys. I'm gonna let y'all get it out of your system.
Man, I loved it, man. I don't think I would have cared if it would have sucked, regardless. And the only reason why I say that is because, I mean, I like I like Justice League, the Justice League, I guess. I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like, holy shit, this is the best movie in the world, right? But it brings in those pieces where you're like, oh man, you get to see Batman, Superman, Flash, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, all on the big screen, and all of that is kind of at the end of the day still kind of entertaining, regardless, because you get to see your characters being played out by really great, talented actors, right? So I felt like I was gonna be biased and I was gonna like it regardless. So, but I mean, there's just one thing I just didn't like, and we'll get into the parts that we didn't like later on, I guess. But I mean, overall, it was a badass movie. I watched it at 2 a.m. Premiered. HBO crashed like 3-4 times before I could even watch it.
Really?
Like I was so mad. I was like, it's supposed to start at 2. Sorry, it was 2:04. It was supposed to start at 2, man. I still went to work the next day.
Did oh my god!
Hell no. I was half asleep at work. I was asleep awake working, and it was pretty good, man. I liked it.
You know, yeah. Go ahead, Christian. Go ahead.
All right, man. I've been rehearsing this for the past 3 days. As you guys know, I'm hardcore Marvel fanboy. I'm definitely the Marvel fanboy in the trio here.
Bleeds Marvel.
I bleed Marvel, dude. Hold on. Let me get my knife so I can show you. Nah.
He cuts himself a little Iron Man.
But nah, man. I thought the movie was badass. I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I watched it here with my roommate, my best friend. We had a friend of his come over, and we were just chilling. We had that popcorn ready. We bought all these snacks. I think it's just crazy how different the movie ended up being. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was going in expecting, okay, there's probably gonna be like a couple of scenes that are gonna feel different, but the whole damn movie felt different. The same scenes were still there from Justice League, right? There's definitely, the majority of the movie is still there, but it's got a different tone. The delivery is different. The acting is even different on some of it. Like, it's just, man, it was freaking awesome. I enjoyed it. The only thing I have to say is, like, I agree with Carlos. Like, I think it was really fucking long. Because there was points, I think we took 2 intermissions, man. Like, literally, when it says, like, all right, part 6, like, all right, we got to get up, dude. Let's go pee. Let's go get some water and stuff. But, I like that we were able to do that, right? And I think that's why it worked, being able to stream it at home. Because if you're in the theater, like, damn, dude, I don't want to miss any of this, but I got to pee really bad. I just chugged this, like, large Coke. Like, but, we're able to pause it and, like, all right, go do our stuff, come back, restock on snacks and stuff, and play it again, But I do agree. I did kind of get the same kind of fatigue that I did from Endgame, and mainly because the last hour of Justice League is all action, dude. It's all picking up. It's quick. So you're literally, like, just fully invested. Like, you're sitting there on the edge of your seat, like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Like, so you don't really feel that last hour at all. The first 3 hours, though, you definitely feel, for sure.
Man, yeah, it was. It's not, and you know what? It wasn't a pacing issue. It's just that it was 4 hours. No. Like, it's a lot. It's 4 hours. Like, and like you said, I think that like Portillo's talking about, like, when we watch like 6-hour episodes of everything else, but it's true. Like, you don't want to miss any single part. Like, yeah, like I don't know how you made it at 2 a.m., bro, because, like,
I made it, man.
I would have blinked at least once in there, man. Because, I was watching it today, and there was one part I missed, and I watched that movie, like, without pauses, without going to the restroom breaks or being on my phone and stuff. And usually you watch Netflix, you're on your phone or something, and I was like, damn, man, that's it was so good, man. I don't even know what else to say about it. I mean, I think that maybe we can get into some of the parts that we didn't like, so we can get that out of the way, because there's probably only one thing that I didn't really like. But
yeah, I mean, it's just one thing, and doesn't even have to do with what it does have to do with the movie, because we're talking about the movie, but, like, it's not in the movie per se that I didn't like. It's just the fact that, well, one, it took about 2 years for I guess Warner Bros. To say, hey, we're gonna do the Zack Snyder's Justice League, and throughout that period, well, we kind of got spoiled, right?
Yeah, and we did.
I don't mind spoilers, but at the same time, like you said, it's even the same scenes are different scenes, right? And we're talking about spoilers here, so if you haven't watched the movie,
yeah, spoiler. Oh, yeah, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
All right. So, I mean, even the part where they resurrect Superman and they get the mother box and all that,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
that was the same. It was the same setup, same everything, different lines, different and I'm like, what the hell, right? But
Yeah.
I'm talking about the whole.
We got the same phone, Carlos.
Yeah, we get the same phone. No, I'm streaming it on
Zack Snyder.
Instagram so people see it. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, basically, we got spoiled, man. There was a lot of spoilers. Zack Snyder did release a lot of stuff, and I think some of that stuff really, either ways, contributed to the fact that HBO picked up the movie and decided to release it. But at the end of the day, some of the stuff that came out in the movie, you're like, that's that drawing, dog. That's that drawing that he released on Vero.
Like that dark side, like the dark side drawing.
Dark side drawing. Yeah.
Like Martha Kent when she goes to see Lois in her apartment.
The Martian Manhunter scene?
Yeah, she comes out and it's
fucking that got leaked.
And you're like, bro, what the hell? This would have been such a badass surprise, right? And I gotta say something. That scene kind of felt a little bit out of place, but at the same time tied in. I don't know. I felt weird about that particular scene, but because we didn't see the general up until that point.
I agree too. That scene was a little bit off because, I mean, yeah, he was just checking in on her, but that's all it was. It was just a check-in, you know, like, but it's something small, I guess. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of like Zack Snyder's style of like adding extra detail, like he adds a lot of extra detail.
Well, that scene partakes into the following scene where she comes out and she's like, "Oh, today's a new day," all happy.
Yeah,
and then boom, Superman's out.
And it's funny. She's like, she's finally gonna get over him and stuff.
Yeah.
But Christian, what about you, man? What didn't you like?
To be honest, man, I there's something. I think what I didn't like, and it's got nothing to do with Zack Snyder per se, right?
Yeah.
It's just the way Warner Brothers handled Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Because Zack Snyder's portrayal of Wonder Woman in Justice League, dude, is freaking badass.
It's insane.
She's a completely different character from her solo movies, man. And it sucks because, you can tell definitely the direction that Zack Snyder was going with Wonder Woman. And then you have Patty Jenkins as Wonder Woman, which is she's different in the first movie. She's completely different in 84, where like she's just like, let's all just hold hands and love each other, right? Which I understand. It's more of Patty Jenkins trying to appeal more to like the younger audience and especially little girls. But why can't little girls just like this badass fucking warrior queen chick that's just like fucking everybody up?
Well, yeah, because she killed, right?
Yeah, she killed those guys.
She killed the goons at the beginning and the Steppenwolf, right? Steppenwolf.
Yeah, like that scene, man, where the robbery or whatever, the bomb threat scene, that was completely different from Justice League that Joss Whedon did.
Yeah.
Bro, that
like, man, dude, it was the scene where she's blocking the bullets and she's like doing that, like she does that in Justice League 2, like the first one with Joss Whedon, but for some reason it looks way more badass in Zack Snyder's because just the camera panning, the speed, the I guess like the tone, the music, it was all different, man. And it just meant it pisses me off that like, damn it, we're not gonna get that Wonder Woman anymore. Like that's it. Like if it doesn't move past this point, like we're gonna get Patty Jenkinson's Wonder Woman, which it's not terrible, but it's not badass Zack Snyder Wonder Woman,
Yeah. My only thing that I didn't like about it was, I mean, I don't know, I can't really think of anything major, but I wish the nightmare scene would have been during the movie and not at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like if he would have made that fit in more, because like everybody had. Wait, was it Cyborg and who else?
Just Batman.
And Batman.
Mm-hmm. Mira.
No. Because Cyborg saw the future, right? He saw the future, and I think it would have been cool if Batman would have seen it during the movie and it wouldn't have been at the end, just because I think it would have just synchronized a little bit more. I mean, I understand a lot of people were already confused as it is the first time around with BVS, but me, since I know a little bit more of the backstory and I've been reading up on that stuff, it would have just been cooler to be in there, and so that's about it, man. I mean, I'm glad that they did it. That was, I was reading that Jared Leto said no to the part in the beginning to do that extra scene at the
Mhm.
end, and it's pretty. I'm glad that he did it because that explained the Joker card and the Arkham and the nightmare sequence and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
when you think
that
about
was
it, this
awesome.
is not a 4 hour movie. It's more like of a 10 hour film because you have Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and then Justice League, right? And Batman versus Superman was cut out a lot. So
Yeah.
imagine if he were to do Batman versus Superman the way that he wanted to. Holy
Hmm.
shit, man! We would have
Okay. So so
another
so
4 hour movie just with them.
so that brings me back to my one of the things that I wanted to talk about. This being a 4 hour movie, what would we have gotten in the beginning if this would have released when Snyder was still directing it? Because we wouldn't have gotten the full 4 hour experience.
Definitely not.
And
Mm-mm.
so I've been wondering, like, what would we have gotten? And I know things were changed and later on, right? And I just wonder, like, if we would have gotten it, if it would have been as good as it was, right? Because BVS was good, but it was better in the director's cut, right? I don't know if y'all seen the director's cut, but the
Yeah,
director's cut,
The Ultimate Edition is
it's
really good, man.
so much better. And so I wonder how this would have fared being a 2 hour movie as it did a 4 hour movie. Because as a 4 hour movie, I thought it was fantastic. I wouldn't want to cut anything out of it. You
Hmm.
know,
No, this movie was originally a 2 part series.
was it really?
Yep, it was supposed to be Justice League One and Justice League Two.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
and
crazy.
then from there it's supposed to go on into Dark Side and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Yeah.
because
as far as I know and I remember them talking about it, it was supposed to be one and two.
yeah,
And maybe it would have ended like halfway through with Steppenwolf getting the mother box and then just kind of like lured into a big ass cliffhanger and trying to retrieve
yeah,
the third mother box or something like that. Maybe something like Thanos.
yeah.
Sorry, with Avengers, and then boom, following up the next movie with them, and then finally seeing Darkseid with the armor and all that. Maybe Darkseid
Hmm.
would have had a little bit more input into the second part, but I think that's how it's supposed to be because I think he had filmed both movies at the same time.
And going back to all this too, because I was showing Isis, which she told me to give her a shout out for one of the paintings that she did for me, and but I was showing her how Steppenwolf was originally supposed to come out in Suicide Squad. I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know if y'all remember that. But Steppenwolf was supposed to be, how in Suicide Squad, the one of the villains is Enchantress's brother, and if you
Yeah,
look at his
Yeah.
design, it's so similar to Steppenwolf, and
Yeah.
Suicide Squad came before Justice League, so I wonder how that would have worked out if that whole universe would have been set the way that they had planned it originally.
mm,
Because I think they were dealing with a mother box in Suicide Squad originally. I think that's why that blue tube is there because that's kind of similar to how,
the
um,
Boom Tube.
The
yeah,
boom tubes. Yeah.
yeah. So to what was happening in Suicide Squad, and it would explain why the monsters kind of look like parademons and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
it's an interesting like thought of like because Zack Snyder still changed his Justice League plans after Suicide Squad, right? Because
Yeah.
by then Steppenwolf hadn't been introduced. I mean, he was introduced in BVS in a clip that was released later on, but I don't know. It's just interesting to think about how much the plans have changed for him.
I mean, to be honest though, if Warner Brothers, let's say, Zack Snyder stuck around and finished the movie, and Warner Brothers did give him that 2 hour mark, like, look, this can't be more than 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
Mainly because, they want to be able to show it as many times in a single day as possible, as many theaters as possible, right? And it's hard to do that with a 4 hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it wouldn't have been as good, man. I think it wouldn't have been as different from what Josh Whedon gave us. Now, aside from the Josh Whedon kind of humor and kind of just dumb stuff that he added, Flash landing on Wonder Woman's boobs and
Oh yeah.
just, freaking
Oh
Batman,
yeah.
it's
Now that
just,
you say that, okay, I'm sorry, man.
no, go ahead.
Maybe I'm tripping, right? But when Wonder Woman meets Cyborg in the Joss Whedon cut, there's a. It starts with a camera on her ass,
Yep.
and then it pans out to the top, right? In Justice League, that didn't happen, right?
No, it
Man,
doesn't.
I was tripping. I was waiting for that scene, right? Because Wonder Woman. But right, he didn't come out, and I was like, "Whoa, that's completely different," which is good, right? Because that kind of takes away the whole. Well, Joss Whedon's a creep, right? I think they came
like
out
the perversion out of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just he made really dumb decisions. It's like, why did he decide to change that? Like, when you watch Zack Snyder's cut, it's like, damn, dude, that worked so well. Why did what in the hell was Joss Whedon thinking? Just coming, it's like, oh man, no, that's dumb. I'm gonna take that out.
One of the scenes that was so cool, and it was so subtle because you can't even really pay attention. But when
you see Ben Parker,
no, when you see Flash take the sausage, no, no, that was a very surprising scene. I was like, that was a surprising scene coming from Zack Snyder. I was like, damn, that shit was, I was like, that was actually kind of funny. But no, the scene where Steppenwolf is coming in to take the mother box from Victor Stone's dad, from Silas, and he's like destroying the door as he's coming in, and that shows like a whole different side of Steppenwolf's rage. I think that we saw more of Steppenwolf's personal, vendetta / motive and his energy in this movie, because in the other one it was, I feel like he only went to, I don't know, like I feel like he just showed up and then he was gone. Like
yeah,
I don't know.
He definitely had more conviction though in Zack Snyder's.
We didn't know why he came in the first one.
Exactly, that's the whole thing, right? So the first movie, I just know he had a hard on for the mother box. He's like, mother, like
that was weird. That was weird. That was so weird.
But in this one, why he's trying to do it. He's trying to get back in good graces of Darkseid, right? He wants to get back on his right hand man. So I think Steppenwolf was so much more fleshed out. He was a way better villain. His new design was way more badass. There's a scene when Darkseid's big arrival when they're fighting everybody on Earth, right? Where it's before he becomes Darkseid, right? Uxas or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the Omega energy or whatever the hell. And all that, originally, remember in the original cut, it's Steppenwolf doing all that stuff. Remember?
Yeah.
Then you get Darkseid, but then you have that scene where Steppenwolf goes to Themyscira and is fucking just destroying these girls, man. Like just destroying them. And I was like, holy hell, he's badass, dude. Like he's taking them out. Dude, and there's a scene where he's getting all these arrows inside him. He flexes and breaks all the arrows. I'm like, oh, let's go. Like it was crazy.
Also there's a scene in there that I love, bro. I love the scene where he's like, I'm here to bathe in your fear. And the queen's like, show him your fear, and they're all like, we have. Oh my god, bro, that was intense. When she's
have no fear.
We have no fear. Yeah, man.
That was that was a callback to Zack Snyder's 300 movie.
Yeah. There's so many things that I was like, man. But that scene specifically was one of the first scenes that stood out to me that we didn't see before.
Yeah, man.
That hit like good, and if like I don't know, man, that made the Amazonians look like badasses and not people who just got their town ripped apart. Their
for island. Sure, man. And that's the parallels, right? That's where I felt like, okay, that's totally Zack Snyder. Like I said, it's a callback to like his movie 300, right? When they're like in 300, he's like, Spartans, what is your profession? And they're like, oh, it was the same kind of effect. They're like, we ain't got no fear. Like, even though he still goes and just whoops all their asses after, but it was still awesome.
You went out like a warrior and not a coward.
Exactly. Yeah. That scene, dude, was so sick, man. I was just like,
man.
How they all die though.
Yeah,
dude, they were sacrificed, right? They were pretty much like,
no, bro. But tell me how they're all swollen and shit, and they're all like, they're holding like the cinder block walls. Yeah. But this bitch dies with a horse landing on top of her. Really? You're telling me you can't lift that horse after y'all lifting up all this stone
for that, man?
I think
those ladies were there because they were swole, man. Those were girls right there.
It's all the CrossFit chicks, man. They're all just monsters.
Hey, man, they all look good though.
They looked awesome.
They were strong, bro. They were strong. Going back to Zack Snyder's decision to how he handled this, we wouldn't have gotten a rated R version in theaters, I think.
Probably.
What do y'all think? What do y'all
I
think?
don't think so either. Maybe
Yeah.
they would have cut off a little bit of the blood. I mean, well, there wasn't that much blood. I think there was blood like
No, there wasn't.
No, but there was people
maybe
dying
like
for
3-4
sure.
scenes.
People,
Yeah, they
I think
died. But
yeah.
like in
Like-
Marvel, people die, but there's no blood, right?
But
Yeah.
you know,
cut off the blood or something. I don't know. Maybe they would have never thrown that guy into the wall or the Aquamanian to the rock or something.
dude. But when Aquaman stabbed Steppenwolf, bro,
Tanzanian.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Oh
coming.
yeah. Well,
I
you know,
didn't- I didn't see that shit coming, bro.
When he stabbed Steppenwolf,
Yeah,
he's
in
that
the
was
like,
back.
the pictures.
dude, that was in the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
really?
was released in the pictures, and then you knew it was already released that Wonder Woman cut off his head, man.
I didn't see that before.
Mm.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't see- I had
Darkseid's
it-
what she said. That was
I had
funny
it-
to me.
I
And they
had
just
to
went
see
out
that.
there just like a cockroach.
I didn't see that shit coming, bro. I was like, I felt that too. Like it came through my chest. I was like, holy shit.
Nah, I felt when freaking Superman was beating Steppenwolf's ass, dude. He
And
just
then
like
he cut off his horn.
1, 2, and he's like 1, 2.
You know, what was badass is when he
They
kicked
exit
him.
left.
When he
Yeah.
kicked Steppenwolf. Oh
Yeah,
man.
he's like not
That was-
impressed.
Oh, hey, for a second there, I thought Superman was going bad. When he was killing him, I thought Batman was looking down like, oh shit, like what did I?
I was like, oh
You know?
damn.
Dude,
He felt what is it like
like
the
his
boom?
instinct,
I don't know.
The
Like
instinct? the
from
mother
the
box.
hits. You know how when he hit
Oh,
him,
yeah,
The sound waves, the shock waves.
sound waves. Yeah, you can
Okay.
see the sound waves hitting the nuclear plant. I think it was nuclear.
Yeah.
right?
People
The
were
nuclear
talking.
plant.
People
And
were
then he
talking
looked
about
down
how
and he starts to jump down.
people were talking about how Josh Whedon switched the intro to this Justice League to the one that we actually got. Like, how can you switch the scene of Superman's cry as he's dying to that little two
Oh yeah, the video
2 megapixel video of his freaking face
with the
looking
CGI
weird?
lip.
Dude, come on, bro. Like, you did not have to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But-
saying. He made some weird choices if you think about it. Like, why the hell did you choose that, man? And it's like, I'm not gonna lie though, there's stuff that I'm surprised it was Joss Whedon when I thought originally it was gonna be Zack Snyder, right?
Yeah.
So like that dialogue with Aquaman and Batman when they meet, you're like, dressed like a bat. I dig it. I thought that was Zack Snyder, but it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
Joss Whedon.
Just waiting too.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Is there anything that you missed from the Whedon cut?
No, man, I didn't.
Oh wait, Cyborg is booyah. Ah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
that would have
I
been
forgot
cool.
about that.
Yeah.
There was a line that I really liked Steppenwolf said, which was in the tunnels when he catches the missile and he's like primitive beings. I thought that was such a cool line. I thought that was a cool line.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing that I really, really liked when Steppenwolf said that. But I mean, this Steppenwolf just straight up, destroyed the other one, man. And people were talking about how the real villain here was Desad, and how he wouldn't let, how he was really against Steppenwolf.
He wouldn't let him even
Man,
talk
what-
the dark side. He's like, hold on, let me know what you're gonna say some dumbass shit before I let you
Bruh.
talk to the guy.
Dude,
Did not get it.
Desad, I told you he was gonna do it. It's like, damn, what an asshole.
He's like, yes, you did. You did tell me.
There's this scene that I thought was so funny. And in my head, it was like, are you stupid or what? When the queen turns around to one of the Amazonians because she says, "Oh, maybe it's going to sleep," and she's like, "No, evil doesn't sleep."
Oh yeah.
I feel like she told her like, what the
Maybe
fuck
it's
is wrong with
going
you?
back to sleep. Like, you think I got all these freaking girls like aiming with spears because it's going back to sleep?
Hey,
Evil
man, I
doesn't
wonder if they were all there, like for thousands of
24/7?
years guarding the
Yeah,
box.
they are. I think. Nah, I don't know.
Like every day, like, hey, your shifts to go guard that box, dude.
Your shift's over. Your shift's over.
I'm pretty
Damn,
sure somebody
dude.
there is wondering, like, why the fuck do we have to do this?
We need a whole spin-off. We need the whole spin-off about a security guard's life in there.
Bro, I want a Themyscira movie, man. No lie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think that there's so much that you can
Or a series.
explore there. Like, especially with the gods. Like,
Yeah, like
Like-
especially because they introduced the old gods and the new gods. Finally the
Oh,
storyline.
Dope, man.
hey, okay, so going back to the original plans, the way that Hades looked in this movie is how the concept art was for Wonder Woman, but then they switched them because I don't know if you remember Portillo, but I got the builder figure for that Ares,
Yeah,
and he looks almost exactly like he did in this movie.
yeah.
but they changed them. They changed them in Wonder Woman. It just shows you how like the plans that Zack Snyder had were changed across the whole board.
That guy right there.
Damn, I can't see, bro. It looks like him. Is it the one with the skull, like
Yeah.
The horns or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly how Ares looked in Justice League. Almost identical, right? But then they switched them to this completely weak ass look. Like the way he looked in Wonder Woman was trash, dude.
He still had the mustache.
Bro.
Yeah, he did.
Bro.
This like he had this little head and then this big
Yeah.
old body.
But you saw how big Ares was in here?
Yeah, he was huge.
He was
dude.
younger too.
He looked bigger than Zeus.
Dude, yeah, I think he is. I saw some behind
I
the
have a
scenes.
question: Is Ares Zeus' son, or was he like?
Yes, Ares is Zeus' son.
Mythological history.
Yeah, he's Zeus' son.
Okay.
Whatever Zack Snyder does is
that-
mythological
For
history.
some reason,
now.
I thought that he was like his brother or something.
No, it's his son.
Dude, how
Okay.
can you question Snyder, bro? Like,
No, I wasn't.
I know.
I was
Check your
thinking to
sources.
myself,
Check
like,
your sources.
wait, it's supposed to be his son, but I forgot to Google it.
No, I didn't know that either. I thought. I mean, he created everything technically, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
Well, that
right?
scene was dope, man.
Yeah, that was
Man.
awesome.
Freaking Darkseid goes in and cuts that lantern's hand, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, and then he almost grabbed the ring
He almost
and
grabbed
it took
ring.
off. I was like, ooh.
Dude,
Man, that would've been
Jesus.
dope.
I don't think the ring would have accepted him though, huh?
No.
It doesn't work that way.
No, but I mean, it was still cool, like to have a little bit of lantern in there.
We saw him twice. We saw Lantern twice.
Yeah.
So did
that
y'all
was
see
awesome.
that? Did y'all see that thing about the Green Lantern that was supposed to come out and stuff?
Yeah.
The last scene.
Man, that would have been badass.
Yeah, it sucks that Warner Brothers didn't let him do it though, man. I thought it was
But-
kind of dumb.
But I think
Well,
it's
because they have plans, and Zack Snyder's Justice League is not canon, man.
It's dumb, man.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Here's the deal. Even though it's not canon, there's a multiverse, right?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
was surprised they said it too.
And they could have done it, but they didn't do it because I think Jeff Johns has control of that Green Lantern. And I think
but it's weird though, because Zack Snyder wanted to do Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
But the thing is, Jeff Johns knows that people would have liked Zack Snyder's version better.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And that's the problem. That's why they told him no. They were like, no, because you look at the situation now with Batman and Pattinson. Everybody's excited for Pattinson, but people still love
Ben Affleck, right? They still want him to come back.
Man.
Huh?
I can't believe Ben Affleck is Batman, dude.
Yeah.
That dude was with his cowl and that I think it was like part 6 or something. Right before they go to the nuclear plant.
Yeah.
This dude's just sitting down without his cowl, and I was like, dude, that dude looks.
When he's talking about the premonition.
Yeah.
When he's talking about the premonition, right?
Yeah, to Diana. Yeah, man.
Oh
I
man.
just looked at him. I was like, dude, I can't believe Ben Affleck is Batman.
Dude, I can't believe we saw everything that we saw, man. Like I thought the movie was good. I thought Flash and Cyborg were
the
done.
best parts, man. I thought they were the best parts of the movie.
I love Flash, man.
Dude,
I like them better than the Justice League.
Yeah, for sure.
He was there too, man. He wasn't bad.
Speaking of the Whedon cut and all that stuff, I know that a lot of people don't like BVS, but I truly enjoyed BVS and I loved it. And it was like out of my DC movies, it really was my favorite. And when I watched Justice League, it wasn't the fact that Whedon came in because we didn't know about it, but I never felt the same way about the Whedon cut like I did BVS, right? And as soon as I saw the Snyder cut, I felt totally different about the movie. It was more like I was more into that movie, and it wasn't because I mean, I guess it just happens to be the Snyder cut, right? But there's just something about like Snyder's way of handling stuff that just worked out so well in this movie, man.
It's
Like,
just the way,
I agree.
the way he directs, man. That dude has a fucking eye, man.
So a lot of people were complaining about the slow-mo. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna. That's what I wanted to talk about too, right? I don't mind the slow mo scenes. I just don't like the music choice, man. Like all like the sad music and stuff. Like when Flash's scene happens when he initiates the Speed Force to save what's her name?
Iris?
Yeah.
I don't remember that song.
I was like, what? Why this song? Like, why not have like a cool Flash theme playing or something? Lyrics? No, I could hear the lyrics. Yeah,
it's a love song, man.
Yeah.
It's a love song,
man.
And it to me, I thought that was perfect, man. Like Cassie said, my girlfriend was like, why you gotta put the song right there, bro?
Yeah.
Listen to the lyrics and you listen to what's happening. It sparks. You know,
Mhm.
he moves her hair, and he just gives a smile. Right, the whole time he's like kind of enjoying the moment, kind of enjoying the fact that she fucked up. I guess. Or
Yeah.
not really, because it wasn't her fault, right? But
No, it wasn't.
like she was enjoying the moment. I think it's like it's that spark between Barry Allen and Iris West, right?
Yeah, but he did the same thing too with Aquaman scene, right? When he's about to jump into the ocean, same slow music. I'm like, no,
Okay,
dude, like I don't want to hear this.
that's the only
Like
one.
Swedish. What was it, like a
Like,
Swedish background music or
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I was
dude,
kind of. That was kind of.
that's the only one that felt like a little bit longer than it should have been,
Yeah.
right? Because I didn't know what they were singing. Like if he would have put subtitles and they would have said like "Bow down to the God of the Sea" or something, because that's what it was. It was something tributing to
The
him
God of the
being
Sea, yeah.
like something of their savior. Then it would have made a lot more sense to everybody else. But when there's no subtitles or anything, information, even a single word, it would have been nicer for us, I guess.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't
know.
like
I
that
don't like
scene
the
either,
fact that
man.
there's no subtitles though.
They were like Midsummer.
Yeah, it was. I was like, oh shit, it's getting weird again. Here we go.
I was like, man, I was starting to lose faith, Alfred. I was like,
You turn that little rock over there. There's an orgy going on. I'm like, oh god, dude.
I mean that part
Jeez.
too. I was surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised, but I hear you can talk to fish. What's a Whedon thing?
Yeah, that was a Whedon thing, yeah, for
That's a Whedon
sure.
thing.
And Batman's intro too, right? When he has the parademon, or no,
oh
the
yeah,
criminal. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "They come to fear," or something like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, what
yeah,
that for real? Holy
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
yeah. The whole fear thing was taken out of it.
yeah. And then
Right.
when it explodes and it has the mother boxes painted on the wall so conveniently, like that was all Whedon, dude. I'm like, what the hell?
And the green goo from the parody,
Yes,
it's not a thing anymore.
it's
There was
not.
no more green goo anymore. And something else that changed too with Snyder and Whedon and was the whole like him being able to turn parademons people into parademons.
Yes,
Like that didn't come out. Wonder Woman talked about it, but she talked
Mhm.
about it being the anti-life equation.
Yes, the
Right?
anti-life
It
equation.
wasn't it wasn't like it was in the other film, because in the other one, in the old fight with the old gods, you see somebody turning into a parademon. You don't
Mhm.
have that anymore. That's not a thing here.
No.
And it was that whole thing about fear that was just taken out of the equation
And
completely.
then the same thing though, man. Remember like how they in Josh's cut, how they beat Steppenwolf? He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
they,
yeah.
they smell fear. Like
Oh, fear.
they
Mother,
start taking him.
mother, I failed
They
you.
attack their own dude.
And then
That was
in
kinda
Zack's
dumb,
cut,
though.
like, nah, let's just chop this motherfucker's head off, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Dude.
but it's crazy, man. It's crazy how everybody was kind of like, "Oh, Batman kills, Batman kills." No, dude, everybody kills.
Everybody.
everybody kills,
Everybody
man.
kills.
Even Flash was killing people, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
For real.
but hey, man,
No.
yeah,
Okay, let's talk
one
about
of the best characters was Flash, man.
Well, no, okay. Flash was badass, but Cyborg, bro, we got
Yeah.
ripped off a whole Cyborg in the
Cyborg.
Yeah,
previous
bro.
film, bro.
He was awesome, man.
But Flash got ripped off equally, man.
He did.
Yeah, they made
he
him
did.
pointless. If you notice, dude, and Joss Whedon's cut, right? When they go save Silas,
Yeah,
he was scared to fight,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, he was.
And in Zack Snyder's, he went right in. He was helping people and stuff. Like, he just like, he didn't. And the stupid line is like, "Oh, I have anxiety against really tall people."
yeah.
Like that was Joss Whedon. Like,
I don't even remember that line, bro. I don't.
Right.
Even
yeah,
like-
bro.
He's like,
And then Batman's like,
I don't know how to fight.
yeah,
He's like, just save one.
He's
Yeah,
like,
just save one.
I just push people and run away.
And then
yeah.
he starts saving everybody. No,
And, okay, look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one scene that was completely pointless. All right, ready? When Flash pushes the sword to Wonder Woman. Because let me tell you why. I always thought that was a cool scene. I even took a picture of that scene, and now I just realized how pointless it was, because the sword would have just fallen to the ground as Wonder Woman fell to the ground.
No, but he was trying to get it to her quickly so that she
I
could
know.
attack faster.
But there was nothing there. Nothing happened immediately as they fell.
Yeah. No, I get
like-
what you're saying, but
Like it was. But yeah,
I think
it
it was
was
just him having fun though.
maybe.
Because
maybe.
right after that, he just kind of like he seemed
yeah,
like
he was all over the place.
Well,
Yeah.
after that he gets attacked, but I was like, man, nothing really happened. Like I thought, because that sword was when she was fighting Steppenwolf. It would have
Yeah.
been cool if she immediately fucking did something with it, but nothing really happened.
No, that's true, man. But then you have that scene where like he's dodging, and that scene was so sick, man. He's just like he's on the wall and he's like moving all over the place.
Whenever he was saving everybody from the rocks,
yes, dude,
that was intense, man. That was intense. But
and I like that you can see all the different like freeze frames of him, right? Like
yeah,
what he's
doing. Yeah. So is he entering the Speed Force like at all times, or how, like?
It seems like it. It seems like it.
I was gonna say that because on this cut, that dude turns back time, man.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. And the second time that he does is when he's saving the world because he messed up. But I was just watching it before we got on, right? Because I was watching it for like that time. I was in that part, and right when the explosion happens, that dude is facing through the explosion, man.
Yeah, he's going.
Yeah,
he's facing through the explosion. I'm like, whoa, that's so badass. And then he's like, all right, we gotta go, right? We gotta go. And then he starts running, and he enters the Speed Force. But you can tell he's entering the Speed Force because it looks like cosmic underneath, and then everything starts building.
Well, that's
the way that it was.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did he enter cosmic, or did the Earth explode?
No, because the Earth turns back. The Earth turns into another dark side world.
That's what. Okay. See, that's what I was kind of confused. That's what I was kind of confused because you saw how like practically, all the Justice League was obliterated because you see them being reassembled, right? Mm-hmm. So I was thinking like, man, everything just fucking exploded, and he was just literally because I do understand that the mother boxes reflect the Earth of whatever the fucking casters. Right, I guess.
Yeah.
Planet. But I was like, man, did everything just explode at once? And I was like, he's just running through fucking space, right? But then if it is the Speed Force, then I think
it's the Speed Force because the Speed Force is supposed to be in like an element of the world or whatever.
Yeah, man, dude. But I think that was probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie, just because that's exactly how Flashpoint, the animated movie, happens. He's injured, he slowly starts limping, and then he gets it going, and then he's like, all right, and then it was just even the scenes with his dad were different in jail.
Oh yeah.
It was like they were different big time, and I liked them too. Like they were cool.
He's like, you're gonna get maced again.
Yeah. He's like, please calm down. Like, you're going to get maced again.
Yeah.
But I like that, man. I just like that Cyborg and Flash were a lot more fleshed out. And I understand we wouldn't have gotten that even if Zack stuck around because, he would have had to made a 2-hour movie. And I think, to be honest, a lot of the Flash and Cyborg stuff would have been removed to keep the Dark Side stuff and the Steppenwolf stuff in there.
Cyborg sees his parents, right?
Yeah.
Like, he has that same scenario that Will Smith had as a Deadshot, where he sees his family too, right? Doesn't he see his girl? And it was very interesting how those two things played out kind of similar, but it was so cool, man. I thought Cyborg in this movie was
phenomenal, man. That dude did really good.
Pretty good.
I understand why he was so pissed at Warner Brothers. They fucked him up, man.
Yeah,
they screwed him over, man. They screwed him over big time.
Yeah, they did. Like Jared Leto, bro. In Suicide Squad, they ripped apart all his scenes, and I can see why Jared Leto didn't want to come back too. He was like, nah, man, I don't want to deal with that shit. Like, they're just gonna take me apart, and they still technically took off one of his scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, where he says, "We live in a society," or what?
Yeah.
We live in a society.
I think that was his idea.
Hey, there was a little bit of Heath Ledger in him in that last scene.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of like mixture and stuff with him.
I thought he was good, man.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, that line where
that scene was pretty good though, with him and Batman going back.
It was intense, man.
You know what, best friend, man.
You know what?
That's the psychological part of it.
Yeah.
What really bothered me in that scene was that Batman didn't have like an under part to his nose thing. That shit was weird.
I think it's because it was an after shoot, so maybe they didn't have it or something. I didn't notice something wrong with his nose though.
Dude, I mean, first of all, he was really skinny compared to how he was in the other movies because he was more bloated. But man, that bothered me so much. I mean, that was just but that thing with Slade too was pretty cool because you see Slade going after him, and then and you see how in the post-op nightmare scene he's working with them. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Also, the boat scene was different too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That shit was badass. It tells him Bruce Wayne that is Batman and stuff.
And then
Yeah.
something that threw me off like out of nowhere was Mira. She had an accent,
Yeah, that was weird, dude.
but I liked it.
And
I
she
liked
didn't
it.
have an accent in the Aquaman movie, right?
No, technically no, she didn't have it. But this was supposed to be before that movie.
man.
Also, William Dafoe wasn't in this movie originally.
Yeah, and they
And he's in it, yeah.
do the whole thing with the bubble to talk to each other. Fucking
Yeah.
Mira was talking dolphin over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, was that her? Was that her? Or was that the
She
mother
was
box?
giving directions to the other Atlanteans.
I was like,
That's
what
so.
is that?
That's how it sounds when they're talking like it's Atlantean, right, or something like
Yeah.
that. It's
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because
Like
it was before
dolphin
the.
talk.
it was all squeezed like.
You know,
Tell me one thing that I wanted to bring up, man, about Aquaman and why I think it's just so weird because I honestly thought he was the weakest part of the movie. To be honest, was Aquaman. It's just he's just hard to make look cool, and then it's because it's a lot of CGI, and it's just the nature of who he is, right? But why in the hell in the underwater scenes? Why don't they just talk underwater? Why does they have to make this little land air bubble thing every time they talk?
He wanted to make it more true to reality, I guess. Like
Yeah, like I mean, it's like, oh shit, that's too expensive. Let's just have them make this air bubble and then just make them look wet.
I wondered the same thing too. Maybe they were just trying to like honor how Aquaman's more used to being on Earth than he is on land. You know, I don't know, but I wondered the same thing too. I was like, why are they doing these air bubbles?
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
just
weird.
to keep it more realistic, like a more realistic tone to it.
Did they talk underwater at all without a bubble?
They dolphin talked.
So maybe because like this was supposed to be before Aquaman, so it makes sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What if they can only speak English if it's not underwater? What if underwater that's how he comes out?
Oh, maybe.
Like the dolphin talk.
Dude,
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
I think it needs to be explained, right? Because like in the
Yeah.
Aquaman movie, they talk underwater.
yeah, they do.
You know,
Okay, so man, dude, there's just so much shit to talk about. Superman, what'd y'all think about Superman in this one?
I thought he was handled well. I think he was good, man. I liked his scenes a lot, and the black suit, man, iconic. It was beautiful. It
Should've
was
come
so
out long
badass.
That scene when he comes out in the air and the
Yes, dude,
the
and he's on
fire,
Earth and he's like recharging with the sun. I'm like, oh,
I
the
feel like
savior.
I feel like that's happened in every Zack Snyder movie, which I love. It's like his thing. It's like a staple, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's
It-
comparing
it-
Superman to
it's-
Jesus.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
so cool. I love the black suit. I love the way he attacked Steppenwolf. I like the intensity. But you know, a character who was way different too and more badass, Batman.
Yes, for sure, man.
Batman
Zack Snyder knows how to do Batman.
was a badass in this movie. Like that scene, I really like that scene. It's so small too. When he's in the Fox jet, what I think it's called the Fox something.
Yeah.
And the parademons are opening the door, and he's inside the car just waiting, and he's just on the light, and he just goes off on them.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
And he actually fought in this movie, bro. Like, you know, it wasn't like in
Yeah.
the other one. I think he was just kind of running away and stuff.
That's all it was too. But if you notice too, man, he made Batman more of a leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you notice in Joss's cut, there's that scene after they bring back or they're arguing to bring back Superman and they're fighting, remember?
That's
And
whole
that's when,
different too.
that's all different. Remember when he gets dislocated his shoulder or something because Wonder
Yeah.
Woman pushes him or some shit?
Did Steve tell you that?
It took that out, right?
Yeah.
Notice they don't argue.
This was a split decision from the beginning.
Yes, man.
I'm sorry. It was in the other one, it was a split decision in the Whedon cut. And in this one,
He chose what he wanted to change.
And he also there was more awesome scenes with him, like just coming down with the cave and stuff.
Mhm.
Like I thought that was pretty badass.
Well,
It was awesome.
Well, we got to see from this movie from the first one, and even BVS and just BVS and the first Justice League was that we got to see his detective skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody could piece that together, but for some reason, nobody could really piece it out in that movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you know, as people were talking and trying to figure out, he would be piecing out stuff like the first mother when Silas Stone woke in the first time the mother box, and it came back, and you know, Superman.
And then it went right back to sleep because Superman was still there. Yeah, like that was cool, man. There was a lot more explanation of why things happened.
Yeah, it was because I mean, like, think about just even Silas. Silas lives in the other movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in this scene, like Steppenwolf came in and took that mother box while they were fighting Superman. Right. And then in this one, there he goes and takes it from Cyborg. Right. He beats up Cyborg first. And so that was pretty cool. I thought how they handled the whole thing, that like in the Whedon cut with the whole village people that were there. That was, it didn't make,
Well, that was weird, man.
I was like, I was
yeah,
like,
and like they had the mother boxes painted on the wall and shit. Like,
yeah.
why would they have that painted in their bar? Like, doesn't make any sense.
It was really strange. But you know, what about favorite part of the movie? Favorite part of the movie, if you have one.
Steppenwolf came out and says, "Toxic. I like it."
He says that. Oh yeah, he does say that, right?
Toxic. I like it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I thought my favorite part. I mean, it has to be the end, man. I love the way that Flash was portrayed, man. And he knows that he can. He doesn't know that he can time travel, but he knows. He knows what happens, right? Like he doesn't fully understand the time travel concept. He just knows that something happens to time during that time period, and he just can't seem to piece it together.
I kind of feel like he does know, though. Because he says you have to break the rule.
Yeah, you have to break the rule. Oh, well, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, like because
he doesn't know like fully what understands, right? He says, "Look, I have a rule. If I run faster than the speed of light, something weird happens with time, right? He knows something weird happens.
That's true.
He just doesn't know how to control it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. He's definitely.
I think it's just so cool the way that he just has that awareness of it, and you could tell how smart he is because of the way that some things happen to come up, and it's just something that normal people wouldn't know, you know. So I love that last scene where he time travels and he enters the Speed Force. In my opinion, he enters the Speed Force.
Yeah, he was just a lot more confident.
Explosion.
Yeah. He wasn't scared in this one.
Yeah, man, and I think he was just so wasted in Joss Whedon's cut of the film, but this one he was so confident. And to be honest, man, he might be the strongest character in the DCEU. To be honest, that's just he's powerful, man.
I just hope his movie. Oh man, I just hate the fact that Cyborg is no longer in that movie, man.
Yeah, that pisses me off now. Just knowing like their relationship.
Well, you know, the Snyderverse is alive and well now, man. Like, you know, like I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised because of how Warner Brothers has always been so undecisive. You know, like think about it. Like they still gave Zack Snyder $70 million to release this. What's to stop them from doing it again on HBO? Right? Or HBO putting in the money? Because HBO right now is like number one in terms of like, you know, like people are like, oh, where'd you watch it? HBO. Oh, HBO, Zack Snyder's, right? HBO. If I associate the Zack Snyder cut, I associate it with HBO, right? I would think that this be the next biggest thing that the HBO could bring, you know, besides, I mean, what else are they going to bring? King Kong versus Godzilla won't release next year again on HBO Max.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. I hope that there's something for him in the future where he's able to release his full vision of what the Justice League would have ended like, because this is no end. This is a continuation, man.
I don't know, man. And I guess that's a good segue, right? To talk about right now, you know, is Zack Snyder's future. If you hear, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know, he was interviewed recently and he was praising how Marvel, how successful they've been with their universe and like following their formula, then making that formula work every movie and then building up to something. So he praised them for getting to an end game, right? You have to think about 20 something movies to get to that one final thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's struggling to make 3 damn movies. You know, it's crazy that he praised it. So don't be surprised, man. I'm telling you, I feel like Marvel's gonna try and poach Zack Snyder. I'm speaking into existence right now. Zack Snyder's gonna, you know, either do Daredevil or Punisher, bro.
It has to be rated R.
Punisher will be crazy, dude.
Yes, bro.
You know, if he did a Daredevil, it would be badass.
Yeah, Daredevil I think would be perfect, man. To be honest, Daredevil for Zack Snyder would be just perfect.
So the thing about like the next Justice League movie, it wouldn't have been like Darkseid related until the end. The next Justice League movie would have been the Injustice people. It would have been Lex Luthor's League. That was his plans for the next movie.
I thought it was going to cover like the Nightmare.
So that's after that one.
Oh, okay. Because I know, we read upon, like, I read like the other day
Yeah,
too about like his
yeah,
plan for like the new Batman that was going to be Lois and Clark's
yeah.
son, because you find out
So
that Lois is pregnant.
so technically, because I went and I read the storyboards that he had, and technically, I don't. I'm about to like spoil it, but it's not his son.
It's is it Batman's son?
It's Batman's son.
See, and that's the whole thing. So he was going to set that up, right? That was his original plan in the first Justice League movie, was that he was going to reveal that Bruce and
Yeah,
Lois kind of had a relationship whilst Clark was dead,
yeah,
but Warner Brothers told him no.
yeah. And
So I
so
don't I don't I don't know if he still would have gone that direction. I think it would have been Lois and Clark's son, to be honest.
yeah, so that would have been Warner Brothers. Zack Snyder's plan would have been like, okay, it's Bruce Wayne's son. I'm gonna go show him who his dad really was, and
Yeah.
then that's when they take him to the fucking Batcave, and
Mm.
that's when it sets up. But there was no plans of him growing up. It was just him meeting the Batcave. You know
Yeah,
what I
seeing
mean?
the Batcave
And
and
that's how he became Batman. But there wouldn't have been a Batman technically.
yeah, they're just kind of setting up the pieces, right?
Yeah, which
But
would have been crazy because technically, it would have been a whole different thing. Like, there was this scene that I read about that he had planned, and it wasn't something that was gonna happen. It was just gonna be like a nightmare scene that Wonder Woman had. And it's not a nightmare scene related to the nightmare sequence, just a nightmare where she was the god of war. She became Ares, and in the scene she's stabbing and killing Superman. Just imagine seeing Wonder
damn.
Woman fucking stabbing Superman and killing him.
What?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
like
dude, that
that,
shit is crazy, man.
dude. Yeah, like it was just gonna be because um, you see how we see Wonder Woman dead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? That's part of all that, right? And her like, man, it would have been crazy, bro. Just seeing her fucking killing Superman just in the
So
sequence.
yeah, that was kind of like revealed, right? That in the nightmare, it's Arthur or Aquaman and Wonder Woman are both dead, right?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what
That's
happens,
when the Omega beam comes out.
Yeah.
dude. And so that's what they were talking about, like how Darkseid as you Uxus. How do you say the name?
Uxus, yeah.
He didn't have none of those powers. He was still
Yeah.
a teenager. He was still a kid.
And that explains why he forgot Earth had the what do you call it? The life
Well,
equation.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Darkseid traveled the multiverse.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? He was hurt pretty bad.
Yeah,
So, like,
I
he
mean,
probably lost a lot of blood or something, and
well,
that's how I'm justifying the whole he forgot Earth.
well,
I think he forgot when he got the Omega power. That's what happens, because I think that's kind of what happens when he got that Omega power and became Darkseid. He lost that.
they talk about the multiverse like if it's a thing, like
That's what I'm saying.
like
Like,
yeah,
I think he traveled through the multiverse, and he just kind of like lost Earth, and he was never able to find it. That's probably why he destroyed thousands and thousands of Earths, trying to
I
find
don't
the
know.
anti-life equation. It was already there.
But dude, that man, I mean, everything that happened was crazy. Like, but let me go ahead and tell y'all something that was kind of weird because of what I read on the storyboards, which goes back to what we had talked about, and maybe this is when they made them change it. But when Flash comes out in BVS in the time travel sequence,
Yeah.
he's supposed to tell him Bruce Wayne that Lois that Lois is the mom. That Lois was his, that the kid was his. That's why he tells him Lois is the key, and then he's like something darker. Like that's how that all was supposed to play out. That's why he tells him like that in that movie. Because even when you talked about the scene where he's sitting down, he's like, it means something darker, and
Yeah.
that's what he was supposed to tell him. But in the storyboards, it said that he tells him Lois lied. You are the dad. So I don't know if Flash time traveled twice, or maybe as he was getting to that Bruce Wayne scene, because when he time travels in the storyboard, it says that it happens as soon as Lois Lane left the room, and in BBS, Lois Lane wasn't there yet because Superman was still alive. So I don't know if he time travels twice or if on the way. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something else. When he's time traveling to tell Batman, Superman's chasing him.
What the hell?
Yeah. So and I'll talk about it, later. But man, dude, like the only thing that did trip me out was the fact that Lois and Bruce Wayne had a relationship because
Yeah.
Because how dead was Superman? How long was he dead?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I was like, damn, she moved over quick. You know, like, and I
What
felt like
happened to Ben Affleck and fucking Diana? What the hell?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That part really got to me because I was like, well, I feel like he was moving in on Diana, and I feel like Lois Lane was so heartbroken after BVS that I don't see her going to Ben Affleck.
No, I think the whole Diana Batman thing was Joss, to be honest.
No, but they showed it again in this movie.
Yeah, they like touch hands.
But it wasn't as heavy though, right? Like they didn't
No, it
have
wasn't
those
as
one on
heavy. It
one,
wasn't as heavy.
But
you
I
know.
felt
So
it. I felt it heavy, bro.
I felt it heavy. They were basically
You think
just
for a younger man.
yeah,
They were like they touched pinkies. Confirmed
yeah.
relationship,
That's it.
confirmed.
That's it.
Hulk and Natasha confirmed.
They tied each other up with the lasso of truth.
dude, that man. But you know the future of the Snyderverse is up in the air. But you know it'd be nice if they did it. They could still do it. I don't see why not. You know, considering they're already doing it and they're saying it's not canon.
Yeah.
You know, they're individual. I don't think they need to do a Justice League movie because how are you going to bring a new Batman and Superman into this?
Yeah, for sure, man.
How are you going like just go with the individual movies and then every now and then do a Snyder film? We already did it, right? We just did it right now. We just did it.
I just think it'll be a waste to let Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck walk, dude. It would be such a waste, man.
Huh?
It would be such a waste, man.
They've already walked, man.
Even Cyborg, bro. Even
that
Cyborg.
Flash movie's gonna
Reset everything.
Reset everything, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna say bye to all these characters, and we're gonna have to bring in new ones. But it's pretty much done, man.
But see, that's the thing. It's like, is Robert Pattinson gonna be in this league or what?
No, it's just this whole thing seems like
because
saying that James Harden wasn't gonna get traded and he got traded. So it's gonna happen, man.
So right now we're gonna say that we're not gonna get a league for another 10, 20 years. I like that's what it feels like, man.
I don't think so.
They're talking about J.J. Abrams confirmed that he was gonna do a Superman movie, and they were gonna do the Superman from Earth 2, which is I can't remember his name. Yeah.
No, I did read about that, but
Michael
B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan's supposed to be a Superman. That's the Superman from Earth 2. He's supposed to be.
Don't get me wrong, man. I'm excited. I think that there's room for multiple DC movies, but it'd be a waste to let the Snyderverse go down the way it did.
I mean, if they do miniseries, it'll probably work on HBO Max rather than a big ass movie like they did.
Now, let me tell you something else that broke my heart. You know, in the first trailer, it was Hallelujah, the song that came out.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end, this song, the movie is dedicated for Autumn and it plays Hallelujah. Yeah. So that was her favorite song and they played it at her funeral. And I thought that was fucking beautiful, bro. Like it was like the honor and respect for her was left there.
This whole movie was made because of her, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was just like
everything kind of led up to suicide prevention and all that other stuff, which is awesome. Yeah. A lot of that did go through those charities and stuff. So.
And it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Like the journey here. When was this movie like supposed to come out? 2016? And this movie was in production 2015, possibly, right? So it's been a 6-year journey in a way.
Yes, I mean,
I don't know. It's crazy, man. And I just we're blessed to have even gotten it, man. So,
but hey, man. All right, so. I didn't get to say my favorite scene, but my favorite scene was all of it. There's not one part that I did more than all of it. You know? Like, I mean, Alfred was a badass in this movie for no reason.
Yeah, he was, man. I like Alfred.
I like when he's like, I work for him, you know? Like,
or he's trying to teach Diana how to make tea. I thought that was funny as well.
That was funny too.
Yeah.
Or when
you could tell that he starts to get frustrated because she's not.
Yeah.
You know,
does that in the comics too.
In
the animated series.
There was more chemistry this time around with the league.
Yeah, that's what Christian was saying. Like it felt like Batman was the leader, and there was chemistry all around.
Like when Aquaman and Flash were talking about, like, how's Victor doing? What the fuck? Where was that in the Whedon cut?
Like you noticed, Aquaman didn't like Cyborg in the Whedon cut.
Yeah, he's like, so how's he doing? And he's like, I thought you didn't care, and he said, I never said that. You know, bro, where the fuck was that in the Whedon Cut, man? Like,
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good to see because like it's just they're all kind of just thrust together and they have to kind of figure out how to work with together because they're all got to protect the same thing. Yeah. So they definitely had a lot better chemistry because if you notice in the Whedon Cut, man, like
it was kind of all over the
place. It was forced and they were like, I don't like you and I don't like you and all this bull crap and it was just, I just feel like it's just crazy seeing this and then seeing what Whedon changed and you're just like, why did he change that? Because it worked.
I kind of miss Aquaman sitting on the lasso of truth though.
I didn't like that, man. And then like I just thought that was it's just crazy. Like you go back and you're like, why the hell? Like, damn.
I'm about to watch that movie again and see what the hell.
I'm about to watch it again too.
I threw it in the microwave and I pressed 3 minutes and then that
was hey, one thing that Zack Snyder did really good was that it felt like an animated film.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it did. It did.
And those movies are really freaking great. So
would you settle for Zack Snyder finishing his dream sequence in an animated version?
Nah.
No, I want live action, man.
I want live action too, but
no, man, I can't do that.
I'd love a real life one, bro. But
I can do that.
Man, just freaking crazy. Imagine seeing Harley Quinn die, bro, and having that conversation between Harley and Batman.
So like, it's implied though that Joker kills her, right? Basically.
No, I don't know. I think she just hated him. I think she's always hated him afterwards.
Because it's like everybody was mixed up. Like, did Batman kill Harley, or is Joker the one that's killing Harley? Or
he died in Batman's arms, right? That's what he said.
Yeah, so like Batman was there when she was dying. So maybe I don't know. Maybe Soups killed her, or like maybe you don't know. But it's just crazy. We're never gonna know, right? Like what the hell? Damn! Like all this exposition, all these little details that Zack planted in there. And by the way, it's like, oh, no more movies.
My biggest question is, how was Joker gonna help Batman? Because that wasn't implied anywhere in the storyboards. And he's like, you need me. And it's like, I wonder why he needed him.
Motivation, I guess.
I don't know, because you're my friend. How does he?
Yeah, you're my best friend.
I'm your best friend.
Oh yeah, I'm your best friend. He's like, like it's just Jim Carrey laugh.
So that's what I wonder. It's like, why did he need him? Because that was nowhere like explained anywhere and everything that I was reading.
I don't think he needed him though, right? Because it's just he was just trying to get people. Because you notice Deathstroke tells him like, "Did you really need to bring him along?"
Yeah,
so and he's like, and I think Batman, he was like, I'm starting to second guess it myself or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think he was just trying to get as many like alliance people as he could, like just trying to get some help.
Something I liked about in this movie, Aquaman, his trident, he had like a little power effect up that he didn't have before.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really cool. But
anyway, like energy.
Dude, I gotta give this movie a 10 out of 10, bro. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. I can't give it a 9 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
I'll give it a straight up like 8.5, man. It was pretty good for me, man. But it's like I said, it was just too long, but it needed to be that long to get the point across, man. But I'm just glad we were able to stream it and I didn't have to go to the theater and sit in a damn chair for 4 hours straight.
I sat down for 4 hours. I didn't freaking move, bro.
No, man, I don't think I could have done that because it would have been rough. But it was an excellent movie, man. It was definitely worth the wait. It's just sad that we, it might not, add up to or amount to anything. But if it at least it's a good resume piece for Zack to get more work in the future. And if he ends up with Marvel, holy shit, dude.
Well, I read that he wasn't gonna do any more comic book movies.
We'll see, man. I don't know. It's his thing. It's his bread and butter, dude. It's his style,
Yeah, but he knows DC, man. It's like that's his thing. DC was his thing, and I don't know what people didn't understand at Warner Brothers, man. It's like this is your thing. Like
I don't know what Warner Brothers was doing, bro. Like I don't understand. I can't blame it all on Whedon.
In a comic book, man, you go with your own storyline. You decide who does what and what happens to what.
That's
dude.
They were just on something else.
Comic books don't sell.
Fucking Warner Brothers, god damn it,
bro!
It's so simple.
It's crazy.
20 out of 10.
20
freaking out of 10? Walter Hamada. I hope you're watching this.
There's so many people I fucking blame in this movie. I'm like, damn.
We blame the person who decided, let's get Joss Whedon, man.
Yeah, dude. Screw that,
look,
man.
Bro. All I'm gonna say is we gotta watch the Whedon cut first before we can butcher him.
Nah, hell nah.
Nah, watch it again. You're gonna be like, oh my god.
Like you said, it's been for 30 minutes.
I'm gonna try to watch it right now. See what happens.
Go for it, man. Let me know. I want to see the trash can with throw up after you've thrown up.
I'm gonna pull an exorcist throw up like.
Just gonna have a picture with like the DVD and it's like with the lighter right underneath it. It's like
I'm telling you, bro. It's been recycled. No, that couldn't.
The noir version is supposed to be coming out sometime like next week or something.
Oh yeah, but it's for a charity event, right? That's what he's releasing it for.
Black and white, yeah.
I'm ready to have it, the physical copy of it, bro.
They haven't said if they're going to release a physical copy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
In Australia, somebody came out and said that a physical copy was supposed to come out sometime in May.
Yeah.
Oh shit, badass, man. Definitely copping that.
Sure.
Definitely copping, especially if it comes out like in 4K, man.
Steelbook.
Yeah.
Steelbook for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Well,
style.
I mean, that's awesome, man. I'm down for that. I wasn't expecting that.
So we'll be getting together next time for the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. So just let everybody know, like, we're gonna probably try to do it in like clusters of 2 episodes because you don't really get much in a single episode. And same thing like with WandaVision, right? Which is why we ended up just doing the whole season for WandaVision. So we'll probably try to do at least 2 episodes each podcast. But for sure, tuned. Check us out. Stay tuned, man. Right. Keep a lookout.
Y'all take it easy.
All right, take it easy, guys. And if you haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I hope you did if you're watching this, because we just spoiled everything.
4 hours. Here's a whole movie.
Yeah, so it's all right. HBO Max spoiled everything already anyways.
Yeah.
So. That's what they're doing with Kong and Godzilla too. So
yeah,
definitely
too much. And he fired that trailer.
Yeah, man. Freaking terrible.
So they need to leave me in charge.
All right, man. Well, I guess we end it here, man.
All right, let me sign it. Let me end this real quick.